Good evening, folks. This is your short take. Tonight, it's spy versus spy, or how I found the Chinese balloon over the United States and learned to love it. And here's Dave.
Here's our balloon video, okay? And I hate to use the word balloon because, in all honesty, this was a spy satellite. Everyone knows that countries compete with one another, and they gather intelligence on one another. And from time to time, they shoot down each other's satellites. And then people angrily point at each other and go, "You overreacted. No, you overreacted." Blah blah blah. And then
the GOP sits there and says, "Why didn't you shoot it down sooner?" Because that's just the GOP.
And then other things happen. So here's basically what happened. Starting last week, Tuesday, this huge spy satellite, which was in the shape of a balloon about miles long, or like very big, 3 bus sizes, they said, bus lengths. So a very big spy satellite was found over Montana. Wednesday, I believe, Biden was advised. He went to his advisor, said, "Okay, what can we do? What do we need to do with this?" The director of NORAD said that this was a very unique opportunity. Not only to they wanted to shoot this thing down over the sea, so they waited for it to go through the continent. Not only for that reason, but it was a very unique opportunity to find out what kind of technology the Chinese had, because in the past, the same general said that on 3 separate occasions during the Trump administration, there had been an awareness gap, which means that the Chinese are ahead technologically, and they weren't able to detect these balloons. Okay, so they did their counterintelligence. They gathered information. No, they're not going to tell us what information they gathered. That's why they call it intelligence. And then they wait until it goes off the coast of South Carolina and they shoot it down. Now you have Tom Cotton, you have Marco Rubio, you have Ted Cruz, you have all these people in the world yelling, "Oh, you guys put the United States at risk." Well, we gathered intelligence on the balloon and found out that not only, we found out what it was, and we also found out you guys let 3 balloons pass through the United States airspace in the past and during the Trump administration. There's a little bit of egg on people's faces, and now Marjorie Taylor Greene wants to investigate NORAD.
Of course she does.
Because, it wants to investigate the Pentagon because she says that they intentionally misled Trump and didn't tell him that these things were going on. One thing that Deb and I know about the military when it comes to this kind of thing, by looking at Julian Assange, they never want to have egg on their face. There's no way in hell that they would want this to happen. It's one other thing that I really want people to understand on this. The United States also launches spy satellites. There was a certain very high-tech spy satellite that was launched years ago, probably around 2008, I believe it was, during a space launch in Iran. This was in 2008. And Trump, in his infinite wisdom, posts a photograph from this spy satellite
on Twitter.
And if you know anything about intelligence, if you post an original picture, high definition picture, people are going to be able to find out what kind of technology that picture came from. Moron.
Yep.
Okay. It's the same thing, same way that The Intercept outed their whistleblowers.
Right.
And there is a report in here from NPR, from the intelligence saying that, yes, he could do it. Yes, he's the president. Yes, he could do this. They were freaking out. This was a FOIA request from NPR about all of this, about this particular, because of all this stuff that's going on. They had to determine whether or not they could declassify it. They found out that they could, because this has happened far enough, in the past, to where they could now talk about it. But back then, this was high-tech, just state-of-the-art technology that very few people knew about, that Trump just basically shouted to the world that they had.
Right.
When you do things like that, you potentially put people at risk. Okay, I don't know where these particular pieces of technology were being produced, but who knows? Someone might have attacked those, or tried to sabotage those. I don't know. All I'm saying is there are certain things that we don't know, and sometimes we don't need to know. This wasn't necessarily the Chinese spy satellite wasn't necessarily military. It could have been. It could have been carrying payloads of C4, but it didn't. Because when it was detonated, it didn't go kabloom. It could have been military targets that they were surveilling. It could have been industrial. It could have been economic. It could have been scientific. Right. Who knows?
Right.
Now, from what we were told, this information was able to be blocked. Who knows? I don't know that, because I'm not that technologically savvy. Could the intelligence agency be kind of suppressing the truth on that? Maybe, but we don't know.
Right.
Okay. The bottom line is, this is a game that everyone plays. All right. But some play it better than others. Trump is not playing it well. And by the way, we'll talk about this later. Trump has bigger problems. He's being indicted. He's being indicted, potentially indicted on racketeering and all sorts of other things.
So let me just interject one thing here.
Yeah.
We are acknowledging here, as much as we dislike Donald Trump, and how I feel about the man, okay? We are acknowledging here that he did not know about the 3 Chinese satellites over this country while he was president.
Right.
Because there was a technology gap. So we are acknowledging that it's not his fault. He wasn't remiss in not doing anything, okay? Right. What we are saying, however, that the claim that he would never allow Chinese satellites into this country by Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, is just sheer and utter bullshit. Okay. So let's just put that one to bed right now. All right.
Right.
Let's just put that to bed right now. The fact of the matter is that Joe Biden did nothing wrong. According to the report that I read a few days ago, Joe Biden told him to shoot it down last week. And they said it would be better if we could wait until it's over a safe area, which means the ocean, where no one could be hurt by it.
Right.
Now, I think that's a perfectly reasonable statement. Whether they wanted to do counterintelligence on it or not, you know what? That's their prerogative. That's what they do. If they thought they could get something out of it, then yeah, they should get something out of it. Someone's coming here to find information on us. We should figure out if we can block it and just exactly what kind of technology they're using. Folks, guess what? I really hate to depress you, but it isn't 1776 anymore. And it just isn't that fucking simple. Okay, none of this is simple anymore. All right. And it's not like China's a good actor. They're not a good actor. They're a bad actor. Their leader is a dictator. Russia's not a good actor. Their leader is a dictator. So let's get a clue here. All right.
At the same time, Biden did not put America at risk by allowing this satellite to pass through the United States. Okay. Because if he did, then Trump put America at risk 3 times. And I'm not saying that Trump put America at risk in this particular case. Okay. So let's please, and it's a spy satellite. It's not a balloon. It is relatively serious. I know people are making jokes about it, but surveillance, nobody likes to be watched. Nobody. I remember when we were talking about it, Alexa's the devil and, all this technology and us being spy cammed back in like 2018 and all that stuff. We're all being watched. We're all being watched.
Guess what? 99.9% of the people I know own the Ring doorbell. They own Alexa. They own Google, whatever her name is, Madge, whatever the fuck her name is. You know what?
This laptop has a VPN,
folks.
An address. This laptop has an IP address. They can track me if they really want to. My phone, and everything.
By the way, there is a question about just how good VPNs are. So,
yeah,
no one really knows. But guess what? I also do know. Do I think that somebody is sitting over there at NORAD watching what I'm posting on Facebook? Fucking no, I don't believe that they are. I think they got other things to do.
It's in the salt mines.
Yeah.
But that's what we got.
We'll talk to you later.